This is your last warning! Give me Aelfred's trinket or... horn. Is this what you want? You filthy swindler! A pond full of piss? I'm happy to oblige! If you don't give me Aelfred's jewel, I shall whittle in your duck pond!
The Lord works in mysterious ways, taking his servant in so terrible a fire.
Bishop Aelfred was no man of God.
Hush! Someone has hanged men for better thoughts.
No.
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Aelfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Aelfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfred, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfred was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is a baying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul.
Why does Aelfred not do something? Selwyn's bloodlust will doom us all.
Set the traps. You cannot steal and be welcome at our hearts.
Selwyn punishes criminals, as it should be.
He's the worst criminal of them all.
Forgive my intrusion,
Laws,
but king's edicts. And so I ask, who has the right to determine the fate of the perverse if not the goodly people of Winchester? I am but your humble servant. Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Aelfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Aelfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree. I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill. Go, my eyes.
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Aelfred's pyre.
Very poetic. But he's going to be buried in the grounds of the Minster.
A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow?
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
Sweep your own hearth, Aelfred, if you do not like my broom.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Eivor? Yours and ours.
The quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Did you discover more from the writings I found?
I did. The quill is calling the children of Winchester to arms. Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets. Feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it will keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Spry, little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
Stop struggling and give back that apple.
Apples? I didn't scrum or nothing. Get your hands off me, cowbreath.
Stealing apples, eh?
Fruit don't feed a grown boy. Do you have any chicken?
I do not, but maybe you can tell me what you know of the quill.
The quill? God blimey, you're brave. Find Elwyn and Wigbert. They see everything. That ich shall blugan on die Theater und Northmen zu
You there, little cut purse.
Keep your beak out, nosy! I'm starving!
Let's see you, old friend.
Godspeed! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
Show me what lies ahead.
You again? You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotna.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf!
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What you looking at?
I'm not sure. Looks like an old lady's been rolling in shit with all the other ugly sows. A hog in a dress, maybe?
That showed them.
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
I'm looking for the quill, so I'm asking you, his little worker bees.
Us? Working for the Quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
I am innocent as a lamb. They were the Quill's thugs and you killed them. Wouldn't want to be in your boots.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the Quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give him what you took. Maybe he can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
Go, Zulin. I should watch out for a mousetrap.
There's never enough food. I'm always starving.
Wait! Shoot the rat down! Run out! Last mistake coming here.
Now, Elwyn. Few have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence, and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
Come here, bloodbag! Who says piggies can't fly? Let's empty this blood bag.
Now, Elwyn. Few have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence, and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress! Aelfred, may your roof shield me.
Aelfred's roof. Does she flee to the bishop's house?
Wants my blood. Show yourself, murderer! Do not leave my side! Show yourself, murderer! Come, child. Whisper what you've learned. And Mother will give you a treat.
Coward. Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you cannot. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it?
Not their innocence.
non requiescat in pace.
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
There's drinking to be done! Who's with me?
Eivor!
Is this where Justice hides when she's tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the Quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou hail, Eildorbana. That's Life Destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
I could use someone like you in my settlement, with ink on his fingers and a sense of honor.
I would love to devote myself to the study and practice of the law. There is a weariness in war I wish I could shake off.
Impossible. Even in death, our battles will rage on. It is the way of things.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Where is your king now?
Alfred is busy with the Ealdorman of Wessex. A witan was lately called to discuss the little matter of a bishop's timely death.
Are you sure the SEAX is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the SEAX is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I do not believe it. Too much theatre in Winchester. Overwrought prayers and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger. Whether you find or make a conquest, meet me at the Witten with your report.
Care to test your skill at all?
The bishop is worm meal, then here should be the proof.
Stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Aelfred?
Have you seen Leof? My poor friend. Poor Leof.
What about the Bishop Aelfred? Did you dig his grave?
No. I don't bury a lord in a pauper's husk. Poor Leof. They showed him their gleaming blade.
Someone hurt your friend Leof?
Yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
Lord Grant, do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
I will leave you in peace, then.
Lord grant my brother Aelfred eternal bliss, where joy endures.
Did you know
for
Bishop
all
Aelfred?
those beloved of God.
But can you still smell the burned flesh? It's rife across the whole graveyard.
Only his head and neck are burned. Is this what Wember meant? That they stole his friend's face? And this corpse's build is slight, frail. Goodwin said Aelfred was a brute. Are you the bishop's family?
God, no. Just here to make sure that impious bastard is actually dead. He bedded my wife, the randy bastard.
Such a grisly fate. Did you know Aelfred?
By reputation, I did. He was no friend of Alfred's. I once heard them quarrelling at a Witten.
A sad day for Winchester.
Maybe now God will reward us with a man who truly believes in him.
Did you know Bishop Aelfred?
No, but I plan to write an epic poem of his grisly demise. Oh, poor Aelfred, scorched of face, all your woeful companions, bold, bayoneted, weeping. Weeping as you are...
Sleeping.
Perfect, yes.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Makes no odds to me. But I'm sorry for Harriet. She cared so much for him. More than a sister should.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame?
Leave me.
We both know your brother's faith was a cloak of lies. He used your god's words for his own ends.
Who are you to judge a man of faith? You, a Dane who believes in giants and wolves that eat the sun? Be gone. Get away from me, demon! Guards, protect me!
Spread out!
Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this cat and mouse. Where's your brother, the one they call the SEAX?
He is a ghost now, but he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten. And Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Aelfred.
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfred will lead us all, risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool. What do you see, Sunan?
This is your last warning. Give me Aelfred's trinket or I'll piddle in your pawn. You don't give me Aelfred's jewel, I shall whittle in your duff pond. Is this what you want? A pond full of piss? I'm happy to oblige.
Deus Mosi et Sondiorum.
The SEAX must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Aelfred.
Not priest, clerk, or abbot can turn the letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfred is dead, and we mourn him. But the foul
foul deeds of the unrighteous are sown among our holy deeds, like cockles and tare in a field of wheat. Education, wisdom, enlightened thought. This will raise us above the sins of our fathers. These I will demand of the next Bishop of Winchester. And so we meet to discuss.
Why do you defend this tarnished crown?
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came, and God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's God was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's God is weak, yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk. A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.